Finally, after years of saying, we're going to start a review show, guess what? It's finally here.
To kick off our review show, we're going to review Liam Neeson's new thriller, Unknown.
The only unknown fact about this movie is it any good?
Liam Neeson stars as Dr. Martin Harris, a botanist who is traveling to Berlin for a biotechnology conference. While there, he gets in a car accident that puts him in a coma for 4 days. After waking from his coma, he finds that nobody recognizes him, even his wife, played by January Jones from TV's Mad Men. In fact, his wife is with another man who claims he's Dr. Martin Harris. This man is played by Aidan Quinn. Is Liam Neeson going crazy, or is someone taking his identity? Soon he's being chased by hitmen and action sequences ensue.
Let's talk about the pros of this movie. There's a ton of them, but the top one has to be the acting. Liam Neeson is fantastic in this movie.
As always.
Yeah, as always. It's not like Schindler's List or anything like powerful and moving.
He's believable. He's always likable.
He's likable. Yeah, that's the most important part. You gotta like your main character, and he's likable. He also felt real. I was frustrated for this guy, which is important. Another character that's very likable, or actor, actually, Diane Kruger. I really liked her. You might recognize her from National Treasure or Glorious Bastards. That's right.
Actually, I think that Diane Kruger gave just an okay performance. I mean,
really?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but it wasn't bad. She just kind of felt like she was there. I mean,
well, the script kind of bogs her down. She herself acting really top notch, in my opinion. Another good actor in this movie is Aidan Quinn. You might recognize him from Legend of the Fall.
If you've
ever seen that,
or The Mission,
he
gives a good performance. Yet again, not fantastic, but he gives a good enough performance.
Another really good performance comes from this foreign actor, Bruno Gans. He was fantastic. I mean, he plays this private investigator.
Yeah, every scene that he was in, he was consistent. He was really good. I enjoyed his performance. I can't wait to see more movies with him. I'm guessing that he's made a lot more movies.
Yeah, they're probably all foreign though. You never even heard of them. And finally, another pretty good performance. I wouldn't call it much of a performance. It's more of a cameo, if you will. Frank Langella,
who played Nixon.
Actually, I think he's more memorable as Skeletor from Masters of the Universe.
I can't believe that they said "and Frank Langella" in the credits. It should have been that he was just given a little cameo.
Yeah,
because that's really all it is. He's just kind of there for 5 minutes to bring up the plot twist.
Yeah, the direction in this movie is fantastic. It's some foreign guy named
Jean Colette. We'll look it up.
But he is really, really, really good.
This is surprising since he made films like the
House
remake
of Wax.
House of Wax, which who thought that he would ever climb out of that garbage?
Yeah, but he directed The Orphan,
which did okay. I thought it looked stupid.
Stupid to me.
I heard it was okay.
I mean, some people really liked it.
The first 40 or 50 minutes, I'm going to tell you this right now, is really good and really involving. I wasn't quite on the edge of my seat, but I kept thinking to myself, gosh, this is exciting. I like where they're going. Also, it looks really good. It was only made on a $30 million budget, which sounds like a lot of money, but it really isn't. Well, despite the fact that it seems like we just praised this movie from the very beginning, there are a lot of cons to this film. Actually, I think the cons outweigh the pros for this film, but let's get down to that. Let's try and get through all of these.
There's a lot. Alright, first off, there's a boring musical score, which really shocked me. The music's by John Powell. I think John Powell missed this time around, but I'm not going to blame him. That's a really kind of small complaint. It didn't really bother me throughout.
Okay, the biggest problem with this whole film is the second half. That first 40 or 50 minutes of the film are so good, like we said, really involving. Not fantastic, but I felt, I was like, okay, this is entertaining, it's fun. But once the 50-minute mark kind of hit, it was like, okay, what is this film trying to be? It's marketing itself as an action film.
Yeah, marketing itself
But for the first 40 to 50 minutes, it's a thriller.
Yeah, it becomes an action film halfway through the movie, which I don't mind, but it then it has this awful plot twist that it's just like, no. I've seen this plot twist so many times, and this movie had such good things going for it that it just took the easy route.
And the easy route is this plot twist.
Yeah, and this plot twist is straight out of a Jason Bourne movie or Salt. But here's the problem with that. Salt and the Bourne trilogy, and even Taken, which it hardly is like, but a lot of people are comparing it to, all three of those movies are just fantastic. And unfortunately, this doesn't even compare to them, which is sad because it really had something going for it.
I said that it has a nice premise, and the trailer did kind of show that for me. I thought, okay, nice premise, I like this. But then it becomes unoriginal. It becomes, like we said, a Bourne movie. It becomes salt. It really hinders it because of this plot twist.
Yep.
And, I don't know, that just really took me out of it. Also, there were some really... Did you notice the wooden acting from January Jones?
Yeah, I never watched Mad Men. I know she's nominated for Golden Globes and Emmys all the time. I know she's more there for, the looks.
Yeah, for this movie at least. She just felt like she didn't care, almost like it was a filler.
Yeah, she's
in between the next Mad Men season.
It felt long.
Oh gosh,
I don't mind long movies, and it's not even 2 hours, but this movie felt like 2.5 hours. And I looked at my watch a few times, like, oh God, are you serious?
There were just some silly parts, like the part with Frank Langella. Also, some of the January Jones scenes. I'm sorry, I keep ripping. I don't mean to rip on her, but she just had some silly scenes.
There's this one thing that they keep flashing back to, and it's just unnecessary. Like, he keeps having semi-flashbacks. It kind of stops halfway through the movie. A flashback to, like, this sex scene with January Jones.
I think it was totally unnecessary, because I was like, okay, are they building up to something
because they do it. I don't mind if it's one time. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. But they do it at least 3 times. And I'm like, is this going to lead up to something? Because they keep showing it. It must have a point. No point. And I
think it was purely there for, like, all those, 13-year-olds like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy,
and then,
that's why this is a PG-13 movie. I can't see it. No! And that's our impersonation of a 13-year-old. Just altogether, you know what? It was just a disappointing film. Yeah. I kind of realized, sometimes it takes me a while to realize how disappointing a film can be. This one I kind of realized right away how disappointed I was.
It was disappointing. There's no other way to put it. It's also forgettable. We did this review like an hour after seeing the movie because we were forgetting about all the cons to this.
Yeah, we were like, why did we dislike it, or why did we like it?
Why would we even like this movie?
Unfortunately, for our first video review, we can't quite recommend the movie we just watched. I really wanted to recommend Unknown, but really it just amounts to a better movie to rent on Blu-ray or DVD. My final grade for Unknown is a B-.
And I would agree with that. I'm going to give it a B- too.
Oh, that's a little too easy. Altogether, we both agree that you should save your money for a better movie that hopefully will be coming out soon.
Hopefully.
But if you really want to see Unknown, go ahead and rent it when it's released on Blu-ray or DVD.
Or if we still haven't convinced you, just go see it in theaters and let us know. Comment below.
Please comment with your opinion or your opinion on the review.
Yep.
Like or dislike the video.
Whatever you want. Just let us know what we can do to make this review show better. And to wrap this up, we have an important announcement to make.
Subscribe!
Thank you for watching.